It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I going to play? It felt good, telling everyone I was sticking around and Tommy and I were going to play together. The next question was, did it actually work out?
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both heartbreak kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once, certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
All right, then, show me what you got. Let's go.
Ready, ready. Yeah. Here we go, here we go. 60 back. And ready, ready.
We may have something here.
Gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that season, and especially considering you switched positions. Plus, Coach O'Brien really came into his own, leading you guys to the verge of the playoff.
Hard Rock Stadium, folks, it is filled to capacity. Everybody has been waiting for this college football Saturday, and we are just about set to get ready to rock and roll. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Miami Hurricanes. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And a grab here by Gilmore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Well, for a kid that started his career as a quarterback, he's certainly showing a lot of conviction carrying the football.
Yeah, he is running with some power, and I think he's running some frustration out of his system, don't you think, partner? Because you know he wants to still be a quarterback. But Coach Red O'Brien made the switch. He has gone along with it. I think he just wants to show that he can contribute and contribute in a big way. And the way he's running the football, there's no doubt about it. They've made the right choice.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Taken down.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Dye's got it, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Matthews. And this one is incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there. And that'll give him a first down.
16 yards.
And Charles, it still is kind of strange to look down there and think about Tommy Matthews handing the ball to his high school teammate who's now behind him at the running back position.
Yeah, and you have to just think to yourself, okay, what's the best way?
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
The Miami punter out on the field as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14. Hurricanes, nothing.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 32-yard
Now
line.
it's Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Number 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down. Matthews. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 14.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A gain of.
Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon.
First down, Oregon.
On the run, it's Barkley. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
For the extra point.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Gain of 5.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And taken right at the 35. That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. Now this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll be on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Miami punter out on the field as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. $34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards.
A gain of 14.
The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Matthews to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Matthews pass. Incomplete in the end zone.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off play action. Matthews forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Tommy Matthews in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ducks 35, Hurricanes nothing.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Matthews. Open man is Anderson. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Quintez Anderson, 42 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Shotgun snap for Daniel. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. The 20, 10, 5.
The pass on second down.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Daniel's pass intercepted.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. Now we're seeing Matthews handing the ball off to his running back a lot more in this one. It kind of seems like Coach O'Brien has changed up his offensive strategy a bit for the national championship.
I feel like he's gone back to his defensive coordinator roots here, Brandon, because Coach Red O'Brien, as a DC before he became a head coach, he saw the game one way. Now he's seeing it a little bit differently. I think he took a step back and said he lost most of his own defense last year. They were dominant at times. Now he's trying to slow the tempo a little bit, establish the run, and take charge of the game and take charge of the tempo this way.
Delay of game, offense.
You gotta be kidding me.
And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
The 2-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, second and 2.
Brings up second and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Fielded at the 43. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my theme of back. He used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. They'll run with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards the gain there, and it'll give them the 1st down.
1st down, Oregon.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on 1st down, they did that plus 3.
And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, and that'll be good enough for the 1st.
13 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On 1st down, Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
36 to Mike. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Tonight's
A really solid performance against a ranked opponent as they add a big win to the left-hand column.
Want to talk about a story that's making the rounds, and that's the Heartbreak Kids and their indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a Heartbreak Kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.